Hey there again, it's Ken with Whole Soul Gardening, and we're outside today because I wanted to just show y'all real quick some things we were talking about in the last video. Container gardening. We were talking about the fruiting vegetables and putting them in containers, and what we're going to do to make sure they got pollinated. As you can see here with my cucumber plant, I have it outside, just set it outside here, and we have quite a few flowers on here, as you can see. Hopefully I didn't get that too blurry. And got some down in here as well. And what I just basically did is I just sat this outside, and what I'll do is I'll bring this in tonight and take it back out in the morning as well. And the reason for that is so that it'll come out here and it'll get the sunlight, obviously, but also the bees will come through here during the day and pollinate it as necessary, so that these flowers will end up becoming nice, juicy, wonderful cucumbers. So there you have it. That's how we will get our fruiting vegetables to actually produce fruit in our containers. Now, if you're living in an apartment, you don't have much space, you can just set these right outside your door during the day for a few hours, or right out on your balcony, or something like that. So you don't really need a lot of space. You can even do this, if you're on your way out to work, just set it out on your way out, and when you get back home, just bring it back on in the afternoon. Now, if it's going to be in direct sunlight for a long time, especially if it's in a lot of heat, right in here we've been having 100 degrees plus, and this cucumber plant actually has wilted a couple of times to the point of almost being flat in here. And as you can see, I've got a couple of leaves that are actually kind of dry, and I'll be picking these off shortly. Just give them some extra water, spray them down a little bit, keep the leaves moist, because that'll help prevent them from dying on you. And as you see here, I've got a couple of other smaller containers that have actually got some different herbs and plants growing in them. Something I wanted to show you real quick too, when I was doing those radishes, and I was telling you about filling the containers all the way up to the top, because otherwise your plants would be reaching far too much and growing longer sprouts. And this is what I was talking about. If you notice on this one here, now you see how long that sprout is? You don't want to have a stem like that, because you really want to have these leaves right here closer to the ground here, so that they're spreading out more. This is actually a lettuce. Now, this is not how I want my lettuce to be. So this one here I'm actually going to end up having to replant, because as you can see, I didn't put enough soil in here. I mean, I've got almost 4 inches from the top here. So when I planted this and added water to it, when I planted this initially, I only had soil up to here, and obviously when I put the water in, it packed down a little bit more than I had anticipated. Now this one too was also left outside. I didn't actually have this one inside, so there were some other factors involved as well. So this one I'm going to end up having to replant with more lettuce, because of the exact problem I was saying we wanted to avoid in the first place. So that gives you an idea of what we don't want to do. So there you have it, and that's how we're going to get our fruiting plants to produce fruit for us. And we'll keep an eye on this one over the next month or so you can see the progress that we're having on this, and hope that y'all are getting your container gardens going. And as always, like I said, send in some questions, comments, subscribe to our page, share it with your friends, and we will talk to you on the next video. Namaste.